So you want 10 facts about Kimolingo. Well, I'm a little short on time today, so let's do 10 Pokemon facts about, well, me. Because so many of you have requested it for some reason, and I'm gonna get absolutely destroyed in the comments at number 1. Number 10. The first Pokemon games I ever played were Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Gold, which I played on my older brother's Nintendo 64 and Game Boy. Number 9. I collect a lot of old Nintendo games and consoles, and I have a habit of collecting old Game Boy Advance games, and I have a ton of them that I've never even opened, so if you want me to do a video exploring old game files, let me know. Number 8. I don't really have a least favorite Pokemon, and if I had to say one, it would probably be Smeargle, but that lies entirely in competitive Pokemon. But I do have a problem with Marini. I don't have a problem with Marini in itself, but the problem is that its national dex number is 747. How can you have Pokemon number 747 and have it not be a plane? Number 7. I have 7 siblings, and I am the only one who's into Pokemon. Number 6. My favorite Pokemon movie is a tie between the first and second movie. Number 5. With that being said, my favorite legendary is Lugia. Number 4. Throughout my years, I have gotten 3 random full odds shinies. The first one being a Zubat in Pokemon Crystal, which I found before I got Pokeballs. The second one being a shiny female Snorunt in Pokemon Sword and Shield that I named my ex and put into PC because she's a cold ass bitch. And the most recent one being in Scarlet and Violet, where I got a shiny Pachirisu while breeding for a competitive one. Number 3. My favorite Pokemon games are Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, not because they're good games, they were really only good if you owned one of these, but as a kid they were amazing. Number 2. But my favorite main series Pokemon game is probably Pokemon Platinum. Number 1. So, the big one. What is my favorite Pokemon? This is probably the first time you've ever heard this Pokemon even as a consideration for someone's favorite Pokemon. But my favorite Pokemon is actually Ledybah. That's goddamn right. So years ago, me and my friend were talking about the dumbest looking Pokemon ever made, and all I could think of was Ledybah from Pokemon Stadium 2. I mean, look at it. It looks like it just took an IQ test and the results came back negative. But for some reason, it has grown on me a lot, and since then it's become my favorite Pokemon. So that's 10 facts about Kimolingo, and I'll be back soon with 10 new facts about a Pokemon suggested by you people in the comments, and I guess now you know a little bit more about me.